Hello everyone, I'm the NFC and this is Blue Lions TV, and today I'm bringing you guys the match review of a 1-1 draw against Barcelona. Now before I even get into the game, honestly, the anticipation for this game has been ridiculous. I've been waiting for so long for it to come, and in a way it kind of feels like it's been a dream, like everything's gone by so quickly. The elations I felt, some of the distraught I felt during the game as well. But one thing I definitely felt for sure after this game was pride. I felt pride for my team, pride for my colours, pride for the players, and pride for the manager as well this time. Before I even get into the match review, I need to talk about Antonio Conte. Now, with Antonio Conte, yes, finally he got the exact proper right approach. No criticism by me on this part. And I've been waiting for this. Now, on Twitter, people were actually saying to me, "Yo, Nini, has someone been hacking into your account?" Because for some reason, I've been giving off this impression that I'm like ridiculously negative without any reason or context behind my thoughts and opinions, which is completely wrong. Now, I say this point, and I'm going to keep saying it. I've always felt that we bottlenecked the team because of some negative pragmatic tactics. Conte, maybe because due to injury where he couldn't maybe play a normal way he would have wanted to play, changed everything. We pressed high, we went to try and win the game, and the lineup really summed everything up. We used a false nine system in this game today, and everything worked beautifully. Now, I'm not going to touch on the tactics too much because later tomorrow, I'm going to be releasing a tactical review. I'm going to be using the green screen, footage, clips, and everything. So definitely stay tuned tomorrow because honestly, this is one of the most tactically interesting games I think I've seen for a very, very long time, especially from Antonio Conte and especially from Chelsea. Some of the ways we were defending off the ball, I mean, I couldn't believe what I was seeing at times, and seeing that high press. And honestly, I'm kind of happy because sometimes I've always felt that maybe we can't ever use a high pressing system because Conte doesn't really coach that, so he doesn't know how to coach a high press effectively. He disproved me today. And honestly, after this performance against Barcelona, I'm not going to accept any less when we play Man United and Man City. There's no way that we have to retreat in our own half and not do anything. I'm not accepting that. Yes, Conte got everything spot on. A lot of people were pretty angry at the fact that no striker was starting. They were getting flashbacks of the Watford and Bournemouth game. But if you guys remembered, when I did the match reviews for those games, I never blamed anything on the false nine system because it had nothing to do with it. There were a lot of other factors, some in-game factors as well as, you know, in terms of Baggio getting sent off, for example, etc, etc. But really, in this game today, it worked perfectly because we were able to be very fluid. And what did I say? We were comfortably able to transition from defending to attack. And how were we able to do this? Well, in defense, we were alternating between using a 5-3-2. No, sorry, I got that wrong. We were alternating between using a 5-4-1 and a 4-4-2. Yeah, I said that. We were using a 4-4-2 a lot of times off the ball. Now, in tomorrow's tactical video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly why this was the case, why Conte set the team out like this, and why it was so effective at stopping Barcelona from doing anything in this game. And honestly, by having that false nine system up front, this was what gave the freedom to your Williams and Pedro to do something, especially Willian. I'm calling him Prince Willian to the end of the season. World-class performance today. Amazing. I knew third time lucky he had to get a goal. Hitting the post twice like that was ridiculous. But his drives from midfield, and what do I keep telling you guys? I keep saying this all the time. When Willian's able to collect the ball in the middle or drift on the left, you see the real Willian. You see the true Willian. How many times was he driving the ball from deep, brushing past players as well, really helping us speed our counter-attacks? He was absolutely fantastic in this game. Eden Hazard played a part, even though he wasn't his most effective game. Let's be serious. I didn't think it was a massively great performance from Hazard, but in terms of his work rate, in terms of the runs he was making, and the fact that he was really occupying Umtiti and PK. And because we actually did something I was really surprised by. Now, we know when we use three up front, they have to play very close to each other, but Conte actually spread these guys out wide. Now, why did Conte spread them out wide? As I've been stating throughout all my tactical previews and videos, I've been hoping that we were going to attack the spaces left and behind by the fullbacks, and that's exactly what we were doing with our counter-attacks. And honestly, this, honestly, I'm so proud of this team. Unbelievable performance. And, there's so many key players. I mean, for me, Willian for sure was the man of the match, but two other players that definitely need a shout. One is Cesc Fabregas. If anyone tells you this guy can't play in the midfield too, you're really not analysing the game enough, or you're not really questioning against why you think you're right. You need to sometimes you have to question your opinion to really strengthen them. Too many people aren't doing that. Cesc showed today how vital he is and that he should be in a midfield too with Kante till the end of the season if we want to get into the top four. With Fabregas, his ability to help us transition out from the back, we were able to play out from the back. He was a passing outlet when players were being closed in, and he didn't lose the ball. He didn't lose it. He was starting attacks. And let's not forget his defensive work rate as well. How many key blocks and slide tackles was Cesc making throughout this game? Kept going on, kept going on. Unbelievable performance, and I really hope that this is going to disprove all this nonsense that Fabregas is a defensive liability. Stop looking at everything in terms of FIFA stats. This is real life. You know, you can't have a number on attributes. It just doesn't work like that. In video games, they don't take into account stuff like systems and how the manager works on your off-the-ball systems and training. They don't take that into account. That's why arbitrary numbers are used. Cesc is a world-class player, and N'Golo Kante, honestly, if this guy had a final pass, I'm thinking he could be one of the best ever Chelsea midfield players. I'm not even being hyperbolic right here. Honestly, what I just loved about him was just the intelligence with everything he does. And if I'm Bakayoko, I'm really looking at Kante because he's a role model to follow, to try and understand what it means to be a world-class player. When it came to positioning in the middle, I mean, his low centre of gravity really helps against Messi. He was able to keep up with him. And the thing is, it wasn't about him trying to win the tackles. Kante didn't care about that. A lot of times, he wanted to harry people away by making sure, you know what, you're not going to be passing through here in the middle. And Fabregas and Kante did a fantastic job at showing up in the middle of the defence. And the beautiful thing was that allowed for the occasional defender to push up into midfield to help press. And it was amazing. Christensen, yes, Christensen was very unfortunate with that back pass. Because before then, I thought he was having a fantastic game, especially in dealing with Suarez. This guy is just sweeping up all the danger in behind. Whenever any Barcelona player even got a tiny bit inside our books, Christensen was right on them, double teaming one of our defenders, and we really stifled Barcelona a lot. And honestly, with Barcelona, let's not shit ourselves. Let's not get this wrong. We outplay them. Simple as that. We were the much better team. We outplayed them. Barcelona had no plan against us. They couldn't do anything. They didn't create any chances. Honestly, in the middle of the midfield and between our defence, they couldn't get through there. And as you guys have been seeing all my match previews, my tactical breakdowns of Barcelona, I've kept going on about how they use a patient possession football. Plus, they rely on creating the spaces between the lines, you know, between the midfields and the defence. So Iniesta and Messi can move in there to free up the space for the fullbacks to stretch the play so they're able to get in behind teams. They've been doing that to great effect. It hasn't been going as well recently, these past couple of months with Barcelona. A lot of times they've been relying on individual brilliance. Unfortunately today they relied on a completely unlucky, unfortunate mistake because really they didn't test our goal at all. And at times, even though I felt the pressure, looking back, it was quite comfortable in terms of what we were dealing with defensively. I mean, Messi really wasn't in the game that much at all. And if anything, I thought that Conte definitely tactically beat Valverde. Valverde, I thought, was going to bring on Dembele. That was what I was getting nervous for. I was thinking, shit, he's going to bring on Dembele to run out Alonso. And that could potentially, obviously, disjoint our flat back five. But he didn't do that. God knows why. I don't care. It worked in our favour. But honestly, this was a tactical mastermind by Antonio Conte. We really shut them down from doing anything in the middle, and we were able to play our game. And I'm so happy that Conte got the team to press high. We were pressing higher numbers. People were breaking the lines, knowing when to press and harry opponents. Honestly, I really want to delve into the tactics in this match with you, but I have to keep it for tomorrow's video. I'm going to sound a bit paranoid, but sometimes I get the feeling that some people watch my videos and then kind of take my points to use for theirs. I know I'm sounding really paranoid right now, but I'm seeing a few inklings for some other channels, and honestly, I can't be having that. You know, I'm not when I'm putting in effort in terms of taking notes down, I'm studying the game, doing this, doing that. For someone to just come take my points, not even give credit, and then try and use it in their video. That's not going to happen. But in the match, in the tactics analysis video tomorrow, I'm going to go into a lot of detail. I'm going to be talking about why Conte got us to use a 4-4-2 off the ball as well, how we were able to stifle Alba, how we were able to stop the threat of Barcelona doing anything in the middle, and stopped creating those lines of space where Iniesta and Messi could operate. And obviously Luis Suarez, what did I tell you guys? The guy is in decline. Not only is he an ugly rat, not only is he a dirty cheat as well, but he's also a guy that's in decline. He's slow, did nothing today, and you know what? The only credit I can give Barcelona, it's going to be very cynical, but the only credit I can really give Barcelona is the fact that this team are natural born winners. Now what do I mean by that? Well, Barcelona are winners, so they'll try and win any way possible. As the game was going in our favour, what did you see start happening from Barcelona? Yeah, players going down easy. Players complaining to the referee. Players going down from any touch and feigning injury. It kept happening time and time and time again because that's a tactic by Barcelona to help them assert more dominance. Because here's the thing. If you're a team you're defending and then your moves are getting broken down because a Barca player is getting fouled or falling down with injury all the time, then of course that's going to ruin your momentum in terms of what you can do in the game. And Barcelona are masters of the dark arts. Remember that foul by Busquets on Hazard? If they need to make a yellow card tackle, they'll happily do it. They'll happily do it. And honestly, we were starting to see that a lot, and then you could see then, you know, these typical referees crumbling under pressure. I know Rudiger's challenge was not the tidiest, but to think that the pressure they put on the referee, and he didn't once take his card out, but then Morata does barely minimal argument from him to the referee, gets an instant yellow card. Now that is famous, that's the famous Barcelona pressure on referees, and honestly, here's the thing, in the Camp Nou, it's going to be a difficult game, in terms of if the referee is going to be strong. Now, let's look at our previous histories. It's not a coincidence that so many games have been affected by refereeing decisions. And why are they getting affected by refereeing decisions? Well, it's because how Barcelona play and how they try to affect and influence the referee. So that's going to be another battle that we're going to have to face in the second leg. But honestly, I'm feeling very confident about our chances in the second leg. I'm just praying that Conte isn't going to do a Porto where you play fantastic at home and then you go away and you retreat in your shell. I can't imagine Conte is going to do that. Yeah, the pitch is bigger, but we have one thing now that we never used to have with previous Chelsea teams, and that's having guys on the wings that have pace. Willian's faster than Alba. Hazard's faster than Roberto. We got pace. If these guys, maybe a bit extra space would actually help them in terms of carrying the attack and starting counter-attacks, which I think could even work to our favour as well, because here's the thing, we're not going to be stretched. Why aren't we going to be stretched? Because the shadow play defensive system that Conte religiously works on in training is that comes at great effect in terms of players know how to move as a unit. So we'll move to the left as a unit, move to the right as a unit, and basically this style of defending in training is basically playing without the ball, because what they're trying to encourage is people to look up and follow their teammates' positions together. And that's what makes it very, very difficult to play through that. And if you're Barcelona and you're relying on those central areas and those lines in between, well, that doesn't happen with Conte systems, because there's one thing with Conte systems. He doesn't let any teams get in through the middle or behind Chelsea. It's impossible. Yeah, sometimes we lose a battle on the flanks with our wing-backs, of course, but in terms of getting play through the middle, that never ever happens, because every player knows how to get back in position. The back three are compact and they don't move, they stay there. So in a way, you've already got a back five in a way, throughout the back two and front. That's a wall right there that's not moving at all. So, and I was saying this in my reviews, I was feeling confident in terms of how you're going to defend against Barcelona due to how Conte sets out the team. Everything works to great effect. And I'm just happy that Conte let the shackles off the team to really let them do their thing. But I'll make a few more points before I end this match review. Number one, I'm sorry, it looks like Gary Cahill's Chelsea career is over. There's no way in hell after this game that Cahill can ever play in any big games over Rudiger. Rudiger finally had a big boy performance. By far his best ever performance for us. What did I say would be beneficial with Rudiger playing there over Cahill in all my videos? I kept saying the point that we'd be able to play out better. I was saying the point that with Rudiger and his expansive passes, he can help find the wing-backs who will be pushing it out wide at times, which he was doing to great effect with Victor Moses. Moving into Victor Moses. People telling me he's a shit player, he's not good. Please, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're not looking at the game enough. I'm sorry, I'm sounding a bit like a prick. I'm sorry about that. But after this performance by Moses today, only great players, only good players can put in great performances like this. It's not a fluke. It's not an accident. He's not getting away by luck. He's a quality player. And I'll make this point, and I don't care. That right-hand side with Aspi behind him, Moses, is the best in Europe. In terms of a partnership, in terms of how solid it is, nothing gets down that side. Jordi Alba has been the best left-back this season. He's been making a living, making those late runs and behind, dominating the left. Couldn't do anything today. And the one time he nearly got past Moses, what did Moses do? Of course, he won a clean tackle inside the box and dispossessed him. Alba had no joy against Victor Moses, and he needs to start getting some credit from the fan base. Yes, I couldn't even understand people telling me Zappacosta should be playing this game. You're really not deep in things too much if you're thinking that. Zappacosta doesn't get back in position. When opponents close him down, he loses the ball. He's just a cross merchant. Directs one style of play that's going forward. He can't keep it, he can't hold it, he can't play by himself in the final third. Moses was amazing today. Oh, the defence too. Aspi had Suarez in his pocket today. Suarez has had to rely on his dirty cheating and Zoyas to try and get something positive from this game. Rudiger again, big boy performance from him. Alonso was lucky because Barcelona have no pace down that right hand side. They don't create nothing from that right hand side. They have an over reliance on the left hand side, and I need that if we could stifle that. You stop the good things. You stop the good things that Barcelona do on the left. You're gonna give yourself a much better game. Honestly, when I do all those videos throughout the week, I've watched a lot of Barcelona games, a lot to really understand what the hell are they doing, how opposition teams find joy against them. And for you guys, I'm guessing a lot of you would have seen the Eibar game against Barcelona. They really did give a bit of a blueprint in a way in terms of what to do, and we did that. When we pressed high, winning all the second balls that are available as well. We kind of bullied Barcelona in a way, and it's just so unfortunate we weren't able to get the second goal. Now, maybe one slight thing I could say, it's slight, it's not a negative review by me saying this. Conte could have affected things a bit more favourably for us after we got the goal, before Barca equalised. Maybe that would have been the time to take off Pedro to bring on Morata, because then at times we were being forced to have to hit balls out from deep to the front three, and obviously Hazard can't do it all by himself. If Morata was there and Hazard's on the left, that could have been giving Barcelona a lot more to worry and think about. That could have been a nice tactical ploy by Conte to really take control of the game and not react to Barca. That's probably the only thing I'd say that Conte should have done in this game today. But other than that, I'm happy with the performance, proud of the players, proud of what I saw. It was amazing. I'm confident for the Barcelona game. I'm confident for the Man United's and the City games as well. If anything, this is what I keep saying before I end this match review. If you play these guys in the right way, with the right system behind them, you see just how good of a players they all are. Wow, I said that really. my grammar was just awful when I said that. Jeez, sorry about that. I'm not gonna lie. Had a tiny bit to drink. Can you blame me though? Come on. But like I'm trying to say, you get the right system and tactics behind these guys. You see the real qualities, and you see what they can really possess. And they proved that today. I'm just praying that this is going to be the start of a more high-pressing Chelsea that aren't going to necessarily push back and keep our positions all the time. Because when we play like this, you start to see big boy performances. Anyway, you guys, thank you for watching. Tomorrow, I've got the player rating video. I know a lot of you guys missed that. That's coming back tomorrow. That's going to come out at 6. Got the tactical analysis video that's going to come out around 11 or 12 tomorrow. Definitely watch that. You'll enjoy that. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the support recently. Thank you for everything. I'm Nini FC. This is Blue Lines TV. I need to get back to rewatching the game and doing this video. I'm not sleeping tonight. I'll see you guys later.